Good morning, welcome to the Becoming Trader. I'm Christian Kamp, and yeah, let's dive into the USD pairs for the day and see what we have. There was good movements in the market yesterday, and yeah, so far this week. Monday was yesterday, and today there's so far good market movements. That's what we've been waiting for. So yeah, so no, it's looking good. So yeah, let's start with the DXY. We when was this Thursday? We had a big push down, and then we had a bit of a retracement, and we've had a push down. So it was quite nice. So this is your internal break of structure, and then we had a nice internal break of structure down, and then we had nice liquidity taken, and that basically drove the market, has been driving the market down. So that was yesterday. So there was a big push down, which is good. So yeah, so what we're aiming for is, just these lows here, these these ascending lows, and maybe even take out this liquidity here. So so keep going down, maybe take that, and then we'll maybe see if it goes long again or if it goes short, or what's the plan. On the daily, it's difficult to say. I would say on the daily we are bullish. We are bullish. There's this liquidity here. There's this liquidity here. So we can go up from either of those, one of those points, and I'll be looking for that. That's sort of what I have on the DXY at the moment. So I'll continue looking for shorts, just to take out some of these low points here, because you can see there's that low is the low of all these three lows, and then that's all that low is yeah. So so I'll be continue looking for shorts on the DXY before we start looking for any longs. Then, so if we go to Euro USD, Euro USD had a nice trade in here, and yeah, so what's happened here? We've pushed up, we've taken internal liquidity, and now we're pushing up again. Like you could say that this was internal liquidity, and that's what drove the market down. But like there's just this high here didn't really take nice liquidity. So all these highs here are basically one liquidity point, and that's the liquidity that we sort of need in order to drive the market, continue driving the market down. So that will be the aim. So looking for that, and then we'll be looking for shorts from there to continue with it, because we are on the daily, we are bearish, but yeah, it's just that we need nice liquidity to be taken in order to drive the market down. It's not an ideal liquidity. That's a better liquidity, so we'll be aiming for that. So as you can see, we're on the 4 hour. We are bullish on the 4 hour, and that's sort of the trend that we're going with. It took liquidity, which was a sort of a good liquidity point. It would be nicer to take this lower liquidity, but unfortunately we didn't get that low. But yeah, then we had a nice breaking structure there, and once a point, you look for liquidity, you take liquidity, and then you keep pushing up. So yeah, so this was a good point to enter, and yeah, I'll be looking for just to continue going all the way up. There's nothing much stopping it. Once we hit this point, there might be a bit of a rebound, but I still think that we'll be looking for something like this. And so it'll be looking for longs until we hit at least that liquidity point there. GBP USD. Let's go to the daily. The other thing about GBP USD GU, the nice thing about GU is that we are still bullish on the daily, and we've taken beautiful liquidity. And now we're pushing up. So GU is nice in that sense. And yeah, so we've broken the 4 hour, so now we're bullish on the 4 hour. We broke there again. We came in, I don't know if there was any liquidity there, maybe on the 1 hour. Yeah, we didn't take nice liquidity at this point. We sort of just hit this area of demand, and that sort of was enough to drive us further. So that is unfortunate. That we didn't really take any nice liquidity. Maybe on the 15 minute, yeah, not even on the 15 minute was there nice liquidity taken. So yeah, so it's just one of those things. EU drives GU more. So we have to just look at the EU and see what, like, that is more of a driver of what GU is going to be doing. GU sort of follows EU. So yeah, so we're definitely bullish. We will see once we hit these liquidity points what the market will do. Especially this top one. This one's not too much, but this one, yeah, this top one, yeah. Like, could we see a bigger retracement from there? Yeah. I got a new mouse yesterday and I'm not really enjoying it. It's a bit laggy for some reason. Okay, so yeah, so GU, that's my view on GU. Let's go through the other USD pairs. Okay, so we've had a break up there. We've gone down, taken liquidity, that liquidity there, boop, liquidity, and from there we've just pushed up. So this was also a good one, another good one. Yeah, another good. We've taken basically the last liquidity point, and then we've just boom pushed up nicely. So yeah, so it's in a no-go trading zone. I'll be looking for more longs, maybe from this low, something like that. That's what I'll be looking for. Yeah, definitely maybe from those lows, just to get the yeah, it's in a no trade zone, so I wouldn't trade from here. Yeah, so NZD USD, very similar. So we've taken liquidity on the daily here. On the daily, we are still bullish within this main trading point here. So we still are bullish. So we are looking for continuous longs. There was a nice internally here. There was a nice long from this point here, and then once we sort of broke structure at this point here, you could say that we were definitely looking for longs. And then yeah, this was a very strong area. It just seemed like the market didn't want to go above that, and we finally broken above that. But yeah, you had these 3 points, 1, 2, 3. We've had the 3 points, and then we pushed up and took inner liquidity, and yeah, then the market just pushed up from there. So that's yeah, some nice price action coming in finally. It's been a few weeks of not so good price action, so it's good to finally get that price action coming in. Again, it's not at a nice area to trade from, so we'll be waiting for somewhat of a pullback to continue looking for longs. That will be the plan. So yeah, USD CAD. Also a nice trade on USD CAD yesterday. We sort of need to take these 3 lows out. Like that is still on the agenda. How we get there, yeah, we've had a nice push, big push down. Then we've had liquidity, and now we're just waiting for liquidity, and then another push down. There's not much liquidity in this move here, so what could happen is we get a sort of a fake breakout, and then come and take all those liquidities, and then that will be the real move. That is probably what's going to happen, especially if we go below, if we close below one of these lows here, then I definitely see a lot of people will be putting in their shorts at that point there with their stop loss above this high here and going into shorts, and that's the point that the market will push up, stop all of them out, and then you'll get a nice what's wrong with this mouse here, get a nice change of character, and then we'll look for more shorts. So I'm not impressed with this mouse anyway. So then USD CHF, basically the similar thing. If we get a close somewhere, or even just a wick or something below this, maybe this little inner liquidity is enough. We've sort of closed. If you close below that, then go up, swipe the highs, and then from there continue down. So that's what I'll be looking for in that. And then on UJ, UJ is again no trading zone. Yen pairs, I'm just staying away. There's no point. There's no point guessing what's going to happen here. Like you can see that a lot of people have put in their stop there, then they put their stop there, then they put their stop. They put their stop there, they put their stop there, and now they've all been taken out. And who knows? Who sort of knows what's going to happen at this point here? So it's just we need some nice bullish order flow starting, with liquidity being taken and then a push up, liquidity being taken and push up, and that's what I'll be looking for. But until then, I'm staying away from all yen pairs. There's enough money to be made on the USD pairs, so there's no reason why you want to struggle through trying to make money in this market at the moment. So that'll be it. I do share all my entries on Discord, so if you click on the link below to my Discord, you can see my Discord page there. What else? Like, subscribe, and stay diligent, stay profitable, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.